Magma Key. Spoony board to go with it. Oh, nice! Congrats. Is this your first time being a homeowner, or are you just moving from one house to another? Ah, well, big congrats. Hopefully it's smoother than my first and to date only time buying real estate when I bought my the condo I live in, and then a couple weeks later found out that there were some changes at my company that were at the time likely going to result in me losing my job. Probably having to move to find a new one. But it all worked out in the end. Hey, delicious. Did I submit anything for Questing for Glory? Yes, I ended up submitting Japanese FF6, no sketch, no wrong warp, and Chrono Trigger 100% glitchless with RNG manip. That's the same thing I did for RTA in Japan. Figured why not? I am a backup runner for free enterprise. I'm a last resort backup too, meaning 2 other people would need it to drop out for me to play, and I hope it doesn't come to that, because the other 5 people are considerably better than me and definitely deserve the opportunity. Yeah, real life should always come before vacations, but certainly be nice to meet you in person someday whenever it works out. I forgot to leave Root's house. I always forget about either the inn or Rose's house. I'll be doing any couch commentary. They're pretty likely that I'll be doing commentary for free enterprise, although it's not for certain yet. I'm fine with whatever ends up getting sorted out. Hey, Biggin. Monkey King commentary. Well, we'll see if I end up getting recruited into any Bad Games Block commentary again. That was unironically a ton of fun, though, getting to do commentary for Spider-Man 3. Hey, Lucarithus. Thanks, Sergeant Kills. Don't commentate half of the Bad Games Block off no sleep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I probably should have been paying more attention to my health. Yeah, in fact, this is probably going to be a rip. Yep. DQ11 still turn-based? I believe so. High Spirits here is already started speedrunning it, so he would definitely be the one to ask. Am I going to the next GDQ? Yes. I'm a backup runner and a likely couch commentator for the FF4 Free Enterprise raise. I will be going regardless. Surprised at how squishy Kane is, even with the Dragoon armor. Hopefully being in the back row will make this considerably fatal. Yeah, I just started the post-game of Dragon Quest XI last night. Not going to spoil anything whatsoever about the game, but I will say that I kind of went in expecting it to be just like some side quests and some kind of like optional dungeon or two, and no, it's a lot more than that. The HP division is proportional. It's based on it pools together the total health of every target in the fight from the normal game, from that boss spot in the normal game, and then and it divides it up based on what percentage of that total that piece has, if that makes sense. I'm not totally sure how Mom Bomb's boss spot works, just because Mom Bomb in the vanilla game has like over 10,000 HP, because you're not supposed to be able to kill it until it explodes. There's definitely some funny business going on there just to make it actually possible to do. Have I played Octopath? No, I don't have a Switch or real interest in getting one right now. Yeah, I might do like a, I don't know, maybe just like a really mini paste bin review or something of DQ11 after I finish all the post-game stuff, and probably go for Platinum, but what I will say, as of being about 70-ish hours in, is yes, it's good, play it. It's probably the best new school RPG I've ever played. that would not surprise me actually if the HP for Mom Bomb spot is based around the 6 bombs, which I think is 60 HP on the grays and 30 on the oranges. Although it felt like it took more than that to take down Big in there. Hey Jizer, would you recommend DQ11 as your first DQ? I would if you're okay with a really long game, yes. If you'd rather play a shorter Dragon Quest game to get a feel for the series before committing to a like 80+ hour game, then I would recommend Dragon Quest 4 or 5 on the DS instead. Those are considerably shorter and quite good. I haven't played Persona 5, so I can't compare. My hunch would be yes, at least for me, just because I've been playing Dragon Quest / Dragon Warrior since I first got my NES. I mean, Dragon Warrior 1 was the first JRPG I ever played. At the time, it was mind-blowing for me to play an NES game that took more than like a weekend to beat. Hey Chris V, welcome in. Somehow missed that I got a Blizzard Spear. Hey, Claim Sloy. Cave. It's really just getting started in these seeds that I definitely feel is my weak area right now. Making fast decisions about what stuff to keep versus sell. Kind of in general what to do about first couple fights too, as far as dealing with stuff when you have when you generally have no healing or defense or anything yet. Hey Andy, evening sir. Everybody give Andy Perfect a big congrats on smashing the Withbound any % run the other day, thanks to the magic of new glitches. Hey, Chip, evening, sir. Did yourself a good weekend? What's the best way for a person to learn about how to speedrun games? Oh, we get us a freebie. Yeah, it's kind of a tough question to answer just kind of generically. Like, yeah, this is kind of a waste of a freebie, though. I guess probably the most generic advice I could give is to watch Twitch streams of people speedrunning games you're interested in, and then ask questions about what's going on. Which FE game did I submit to GDQ? I submitted as a backup runner for Free Enterprise, which got in. I mean, I'm basically going to be last resort, as in if two other people can't go, then I'll just be a warm body basically to make sure that the race still happens. But I'm hoping just to be commentary. Oh, Fire Emblem. Yeah, that's a frequent source of confusion. At least among people that have actually played Fire Emblem games. I have not. Need that because the Blizzard Spear is better. Yeah, because I got a Diamond Gun. Come back and buy some veils later. I don't have exit yet. Better treasure awaits me in the castle. Anyway, there are actually people that are already running Secret of Mana HD. Probably the person that's doing so most actively right now is Crow. It's Crow II on Twitch. I always keep thinking there's something in this room. It's a very different run from the Super Nintendo version, both because of a lot of bug fixes and then just the quality of life improvements the game has over the original too. I've really been hoarding the Earth Hammers in this castle. Am I playing this on an emulator? No, I'm playing this on Super Nintendo hardware using a flash cartridge. Yeah, it'd be nice to get Edge with 2 ninja swords. Okay, now let's go sell some stuff and buy veils. I mean, maybe I should have gone there first, but that would probably mean not having enough inventory space to actually hold all the loot. That when I have ninjas. Don't need 3 earth hammers. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, this is the land of Earth, where the Earth crystal ostensibly is. Let's go Fabu. Oh, thanks, Bruceby. Appreciate it. Go to the other shop, but I guess that works too. Because if I can get, since I have the Magma Key, if I can find sirens, that means I can actually do some quick power leveling in the underworld. Be a bad idea to do before going to Zot. Hey Chuck, yeah, going pretty good. Oops. Yeah, somebody that doesn't like nasty music. As I understand it, it's the same flags that I'm playing with right now, the League Matches flags. Maybe like a donation incentive to change that in some way, but wouldn't be too substantially different. So even though the odds of me actually being part of the race at AGDQ are pretty low, I am going to keep doing at least one playthrough a week to try to be able to consistently finish in under 2 hours. Oh, hey, Crystal. The estimate is 2 hours. All characters are Edward incentive. Well, I guess if somebody wanted to like single-handedly cause the donation goal for AGDQ to get met during or before the race starts, then maybe that could be arranged. Just look for sirens. Yeah, if anybody's new to FF4 Free Enterprise, the crystal is one of the three things you need in order to be able to beat the game. You need the crystal, you need access to Zeromus, the final boss, and you need levels and equipment to win the battle. Did I submit anything for GDQ? I submitted this as a backup runner. I'd rather do commentary, but if unfortunate things happen and multiple people that are in the race have to drop out, then I'm fine being a warm body just to make sure it still happens. Who's the primary runners? I believe it is Niram, Rivers McCown, Abda Jr., and I'm struggling to remember who the fourth one is. Oh, Kabahi, okay, yeah. All very skilled players of Free Enterprise. And then Swimmy, Leone, and I are the two backups. Yeah, well, that's gone. That's what you get if you use the Magma Key when you've already opened the mountain using the airship drill. I'm gonna go fight a couple eggs and then go to the Tower of Zot to fill out my party. No healing though. Was blanking on the name of that town, Silvart or something, where the sirens were, because I'm almost certainly gonna need to buy some more money. Yeah, I'll check out the towns out down here quick too. How does GEQ decide what games are going to be run at their events? Basically the same way RPG Limit Break does. There's a committee of GEQ staff members that do the submissions and then decide on a games list. The list just came out 2 days ago, I want to say. Yeah, probably the most noteworthy thing about Palom in Free Enterprise is that he learns the Quake spell, which is one of the best AoE attack spells in the game at a pretty low level compared to anybody else. That should be enough for now. Doing a lot of grinding when I only have 3 characters is kind of a waste. Let's do a couple things. Let's go down here and get the free key item, check the shops and the boss spots. And if anyone hasn't seen this before too, the reason I'm not opening chests in this cave is because there's a trap chest in here. The locations of trap chests, as in chests that have monsters in them, is shuffled around within the same dungeon as they are in the normal game. Generally, unless I'm prepared to fight monsters, it's generally not in my best interest to open chests and dungeons that have trap chests if I'm looting them leveled. Yeah, nice Artemis bow. Hopefully, I'll get somebody better that can rock it really soon. Hey, Cure 2's nice. Normally I would just unload the Drain Sword, but after seeing Nir use it to solo Zeromus during one of the league matches, I'm gonna hang on to it for a bit. Switch to the Samurai. I think the Samurai armor is... Yeah, he said during his interview afterwards that he wasn't even watching the game, or I should say he wasn't watching his TV during that fight. He was watching a sports game of some kind while he was holding his A button. We've got Odin and Golbez, neither of whom I'm in any particular shape to fight right now. Yeah, most of the league matches are restreamed on RPG Limit Break. I don't have the link handy right now, but if you go to the RPG Limit Break channel, there's a link in the event calendar in the bio for the Free Enterprise League standings and schedule. I want to say the next scheduled match is this coming Tuesday evening US time zones. Bows and I got Artemis. Stuff in the pots too. Black Robe is actually bugged in the American version of FF4 and it actually boosts the White Magic stat instead of the Black Magic stat, so it's only really useful for like Tella or Fusoya. I can use both. So it's other dwarf town, whose name I can't remember, that has Bacchus's. I don't think it actually matters which hand you put bows and arrows in this game. Yeah, this game does. Oh, it does matter. Oh, okay. Do you get like an accuracy penalty or something if you put the bow in your non-primary hand? I was gonna say this game does continue the proud tradition started by Final Fantasy I as far as being very buggy and having a lot of stuff that just doesn't work. Okay, so you get what, a 20% accuracy penalty if you don't have it in their primary hand. See that? No tents or anything. Stay at an inn or something before going to the Tower of Zet. Like, I probably should have used the healing pot in the back of the Dwarf Castle. It'd probably be faster than this. Hey, Steel Frost, doing pretty good. Check. Yeah, Edward is right-handed. Raided the Flame Dog, so some chests along the way. Thanks, Steel Frost. When will I be doing FF6 again? If it gets into Questing for Glory, then I'll be derusting the Japanese version of FF6 relatively soon, otherwise probably not for a while. I don't think this is a terrible spot to have DPU in. It's slow, I think. I don't think Charm Rod is in Change Rod and Charm Rod is. Oh wait, I've got two of them, so I can actually do it. Can you Quake here? Yes, but then I'm probably gonna die because if you kill both of the smaller orbs, then the main CPU starts using an attack called Globe 199, which in most cases is a one-shot on one of your characters. How do I feel about FF4 DS? I like it. I like the original version of the game better for speedrunning. But for casual play, I think the 3D version of the game, or the PSP version, is more enjoyable just because of being harder. Have to work a little more. Hey, Venerable. That is a Spoony Bard turning this CPU into a pincushion. But in general, for casual play, I would say the two best versions of FF4 are the PSP version and the PC version. PC version being a kind of quote-unquote enhanced remake of the DS version. Hey, I've got some stuff for you. I don't know if there were ever rumors. I mean, there's probably always rumors about FF6 getting remade. And then we got the PC/mobile version, which is not very good. At least for the original. Oh yeah, this game did come out on WonderSwan too. I don't really note that much about that particular version. Alright, well, some decent pickups. Bug black. Yeah, still no healing though. Hopefully I'll be cashing in my Spoony Bard for Rosa or see that wyvern. The Dark Knight. I thought I bought a stack of Cure 2s. Oh, okay. That would be called, being silly. Alright, so where was it again? It was, the Underworld. Goes to the, Dwarf Castle? Feymarch, okay. So I sold stuff to afford Cure 2s, then didn't actually buy them. Good job. I thought the voice acting for FF4 3D was fine. I mean, it's no, like, Oscar nomination or anything, but, for a game of its era, I thought it was fine. Hey, Sandite. I did think especially the scene where Cecil becomes a paladin was... Oh, wait, oh yeah, that's right, I don't have the hook, so no rat tail cash in for me. Alright, so... what to do next? Oh, doing pretty good. Have I played any C3 flags? I have not yet. I'm sure I eventually will, though. Well, it was... I don't know, it was whoever did Kluya's voice during that cutscene that kind of that sold it for me. Yeah, I'm very, very bad at actually updating my character tracker Just because it just doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it's really the item tracker and to a lesser extent the last one that actually matters. Yeah, I'm definitely noticing that with the Free Enterprise League matches that C3 pretty much, or C3 increases the odds of getting Edward and Tella to somewhere between 99 and 100%. Sell some stuff and then actually purchase the ooze this time. Okay, I guess Dwarf Castle time. It's something I can just take, or if I need eggs to level up Edge a bit. With the power of Quake Kid on my side, I should be okay against most stuff. What's the difference between tents and cabins? I want to say it's the amount of HP and MP you get recovered and whether or not you get status cures too. Like, I don't think cabins revive swoon. I'm sorry, tents. I don't think revive swoon. Cabins do. This is probably Mylon Z. Mylon A. Secret Z. It's probably stronger. Probably. I think he's weak to fire. Oh, no. Yeah, that's almost. My body. The reason I did that instead of Quake, by the way, is because if you actually kill all of the ghasts, then I guess I don't know if he just goes, if he gets more turns to cast Lit 1, or if he just replaces the turns he'd normally be doing Go My Children with casting Lit 1. Either way, it's slower if you have the ability to kill a Mylon. Oh, he does physical attacks too. This will be quite easy. Ooh! Alright, see you. Anyone hasn't seen this too, the flags I'm playing with balance out Fusoya by making it so that he doesn't start with his full spell list. He learns 3 random spells per boss kill, along with gaining 100 HP. Hey Josh, yeah. With the OP team I've found. So if this is either Pass or Darkness Crystal. Go time. It is! Yeah, I know the feeling. I do find this quite fun to watch as well as to play. Alright, well, guess it's time to... I feel like I probably should do some more stuff, though. Because I only have 5 key items, so I don't... Getting more just to double my experience isn't worth it. Yeah, I guess that's something that's not really too clear to me yet, is when it's worth doing the Ryu grind over Dragon Eggs. Let's see, how many are 15? You have weak, it's faster? Okay. Couple more sirens. Here. Stuff. Which... It's Palom for slowing down Zeromus. So that'll make the... well... oh yeah, I guess... Fusoya doing most of the lifting for grinding. I get some practice with Ryu grinding, as I've never actually done it yet. More sirens. Yeah, I've heard some peeps about a Chrono Trigger open world randomizer in the works. Hopefully it turns out good. was Baron that had hourglasses. Typo. Fire up the old notepad or something to jot down where I find stuff for sale that I can't actually afford. Big stack of. Hey, Shelly Kitty, thank you, thank you. Alright. Oh, that's right. That's right. I was gonna fight some simpleton bosses too. Should say it's just some low-level bosses. Yeah, shoutouts to Shalakudi for the tracker I'm using, along with designing a lot of the final boss sprites for this and numerous other things. No credit for generating this seed, though, given that I had both good characters and advancement stuff just flung at me. Somebody more experienced wouldn't surprise me if they could sub-hour this seed. Well, this is gonna take a while. Crankmas is in Cranky Kong. This is really the main use of the Mist Dragon boss spot, is just being an easy kill for getting spells for Visoya. You haven't fought 10 other bosses yet. Well, I have. You can kind of call the sprite that's based around the Dream Devourer from Chrono Trigger DS a self-portrait. This is easy, but it's annoying to get the Fubble Gauntlet in a place like this, just because it's pretty time-consuming. Okay, there's weak. Back to Mammoth spot too, just for good measure. The Steam port has some of the DS content, but not all. Like, I don't think it has the bestiary and like a movie viewer or something, but it's got, I think, most of the rest. Would I ever do a CT randomizer run? Probably not. The CT randomizer doesn't really look that interesting to me because it's both not really that substantially different from the normal game other than how you approach fights and stuff, and it's also slower too. What I really like about Free Enterprise is that it's faster than vanilla FF4 by a fair bit. It's much less of a time commitment to play Seed. I mean, my first seed took about 5.5 hours, and that was 100%ing it and just exploring how it works without really any intention of trying to go fast. If you're not familiar with FF4, I would recommend at least looking at FAQs or something about like what the equipment and spells and stuff do. Since it's an older game, it's not really super obvious in game what a lot of stuff does. Yeah, and yeah, there's a lot of good resources out there for it too. Like there's in the Discord server, there's a channel that links a lot of guides and resources. Alright, so I do want to keep an eye on Pelham, and 18 is the magic number, right, for ability. All of a sudden blanking on whether it's 14 or 18. Actually, it's 14, isn't it? 14 or 28. Okay, it is multiples of 14. So, I guess with that being said, maybe I should actually ditch Rydia to make Sid easier slow down. I'll do that. People that don't know what we're talking about, this game, well, FF4 in general actually scales bosses' speed based in the normal game based around Cecil's stats, and in Free Enterprise, if you don't have Cecil, it uses whoever's in the center spot in the party. So you can, if you know what you're doing, you can make Zeromus a fair bit easier by manipulating his agility into a sweet spot where he's kind of as slow as possible. Hey, Tipo. Zeromus was really slowed by items or magic. Yes. I want to say that Zeromus shaking does not actually dispel slow, contrary to popular belief. Though somebody please correct me if that's wrong. Yeah, slow is a very, very useful debuff in FF4. Wait, what? Okay, I guess I was standing in the door. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a fairly well-known glitch called the Vitality Zero glitch that means if you target a life item on a dead enemy, it causes the enemy to revive and then immediately die again, giving you double experience and gold for the kill. I was 15 already, well, it's not that good, I guess. Yeah, that's another thing I guess I don't really I understand yet is under what situations the doing the D machine grind is well, I guess I should say if there's what situations besides not having sirens. Oops. How do you get to the Giant of Babil? If you have the Lunar Whale, there's an NPC you can talk to take you there. I didn't use the life trick there because I forgot that if you use magic to get the kill, then you don't actually have time to use life. Yeah, this seed also has major glitches turned off. I think the randomizer is a lot more interesting that way. It means you actually have to care about how much money and MP you have. Hey, Omega number. Or something. Hey, Kumbo, come in. What's the ideal level range? It depends entirely on your party and equipment. The main thing I'm looking for when I grind is how much HP I have, because you need to kind of be able to have characters that matter survive Big Bang. Yeah. My equipment is kind of mediocre. Find extra. I'm rocking a Blizzard Spear and 2 Ninja Swords. What am I doing after this run? Might do some casual NES games. I'm watching Duck and other people practice for the NES 20 race, and that's given me a bit of an itch to some NES games. Double chest spot. You mean the Lunar Dragons spot? Only beaten Final Fantasy 7 and 10. What would be best to work on? Oops. Hard to time. Yeah, I would say this one and or Final Fantasy 6 would be great ones to play. I mean, all 3 of the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies are quite good. 5 just doesn't get quite as much love because it wasn't released outside Japan until the GBA. Don't make me turn this randomizer around off Coughlin. Oh yeah, FF3 is really underappreciated, I think, just because again it wasn't released outside Japan. And also because its job system isn't quite as good as FF5's, but I mean, for a 8-bit RPG, I think it's top-notch. Music is so amazing too. It's one thing I do like about the FF3 speedrun is because there's a trick you can do with, well, a trick that lets you avoid all random encounters, basically, if you know what you're doing, that allows your enjoyment of the soundtrack to be uninterrupted. Level 55 or so. Well, you see, in between 12 and 14, we have 13, 13-2, and Lightning Returns. It's quite the crowded domicile there. And 14 doesn't exist as far as I'm concerned, sorry MMO fans. I like 13 too a lot too, to be honest. I thought it kept what was fun about 13 and ditched what wasn't. The double life glitch is pretty hard to do blind, which is kind of what this is. I mean, like in the vanilla FF4 speedrun, it's something that you can set up. Your characters having specific stats and along with the enemies, but in a situation like this, it's really hard. Just because it has to line up that as far as how the game processes ATB, you just getting your turns in the right order to pop a life both during the when you cue the attack animation to kill the enemy and then when it goes off. About double life glitches instead of grinding at hand. Scythe wielder. Yeah, there hasn't really been one of those since Magus. Okay, let's call that good. Edge equip. Guess I don't really have anything particularly relevant. This is something, it's like Water Hag or something. I could get Adamant Avenger Sword. Oh, Fusoya does not actually have Cure 4. Just noticing that. In fact, that's probably a big enough deal that I should actually kill some bosses here to try to get it. Yeah, I mean, throw is not quite as good as it is in vanilla FF4 because, well, it's in the speed run of it because of not being able to just get an infinite supply of stuff to throw. You get unlimited spoons, no. Prepare for this very well at all. Yeah, I couldn't remember which status is overrode work. Nuke White. There, hey, there's a spoon. Well, I can't get the Adamant armor because I don't have the hook. I don't really think I can beat Zeromus without having Cure 4 is the problem, though Let's see what's in Plague Spot. Green Sword go. Well, it is a desperate strat that actually works in some cases. Probably a losing proposition here. This is not happening because of how fast this boss spot is. I was hoping to get Bahamut or Leviathan or Ashura. Yeah, the Plague spot is pretty fast. Brings back memories of when I used to run Final Fantasy VII and would die to Demon's Gate all the time. This looks easier. As I get murdered. Some high quality defense for somebody. So you want edge or foo? If I only have 3 characters, you really think Tier 3 is gonna cut it? Quick check Pale Dim spot too. I'll give it a shot, I guess. Does the ribbon give you any stat boosts, or is it just like the best magic defense helmet in the game? A little more familiar with what it does in FF5. And 6, though that's easy because it's just a relic in 6. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. That's why I always delay last second menuing until right here so I can listen to the music a full loop. Alright. Who are we going to eliminate with extreme prejudice? Of the 250 plus possible options. Kind of fitting, given that I was playing Dragon Quest XI before firing this up. This is the final boss of Dragon Quest I. I really like the combo sprite too. That does has both forms of the Dragon Lord. Have a good night, Jeward. Thanks, the sugar. Ow. I guess I think I triggered his phase change, which is why that Silk Web nerf didn't actually work. Okay, should be okay even if this kills Fu. There we go, 140. Could have definitely been at least sub 130 with some better planning and not dinking around trying to learn Cure 4, but got him. Thus the tale ends until the dragons return again. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Silco. I will not perish as long as Cruiser Grim. Oh, thanks to the host, Waxwayne Music. Let's go easy on the spam though, please. Definitely appreciate the host though. How was the run? It was a pretty fast seed. I mean, I got the crystal from Fabul, and then got the darkness crystal fairly fast. The main obstacle was leveling up. To beat Zeromus, given that my equipment was pretty bad, even if my characters were good. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about. Yeah, I should have fought Yang actually. Well, before going to the moon, I just kind of forgot about the Baron. This is pretty easy to do. Yeah, I just kind of forgot about that. Yeah. Both the Yang fight for Fusoya spells and then getting would have been quite nice. Been a while since I've done that too, just totally forgotten about the Baron. I'm in kind of cleanup mode on Earth. First couple playthroughs I did that all the time. Oh, thanks, Waxwing Music. The compliment. Yeah, I never actually did the Sheila check either. Like going to visit Yang. But yeah, stuff like that is why I will definitely still be playing this at least once a week, if not more often. Lead up to AGDQ, even though the odds of me being needed to play in the AGDQ race are pretty low. I do want to not to embarrass myself too badly if that does come to happen. So Zoo or Raven, as it's called in this version of the game. How many keys did I get? I only got the Magma Key, so yeah, it's kind of hard to call myself a key master. Yeah, there's gonna be a race of this between Nirm, Kobahi, Rivers McCown, and Abda Jr. at Awesome Games Done Quick. Swimmy, Leone, and myself are reps. Yeah, that is a shame that Magus can't go, but hopefully he'll be able to make Limit Break next week. Pretty excited that Boardface is the main developer. Free Enterprise is planning to go commentary. Yeah, I was glad to see FF9 get in now that it's actually got some new tech and stuff compared to when Spike Vegeta and I ran it at GDQ 2013. I'm not going to be on couch for it. I mean, the three guys that are doing the relay run of it are going to be fine doing their own commentary. Why don't they have AGDQ in Minnesota too? It's emoji. Well, they do have SGDQ in Minnesota, which I appreciate because Minneapolis is considerably closer to me than the East Coast. But yeah, I guess just trying to think of what bad decisions I made, even based on knowledge I had, that slowed this down. I guess that's probably the main thing I should do after each seed, is just kind of go back and look at what not really what like bad gambles I made, but just what flat out routing errors, like what not actually going back to Baron Inn ever was definitely a mistake. I guess so was not actually checking Sheila, although not having the pan, that not quite as valuable. If I'd have been able to exchange Edward for Rosa earlier, and probably even before I went to Tower of Zot, that would have changed the dynamics a fair bit. Zerking Sid with Artemis, but well, I only had like 5 arrows. I don't think I got any more other than the 10 pack I got in Antlion Cave. So, and yeah, and I just some stuff with forgetting where various shops I needed to return to are. I should probably, going forward, whip out a notepad for that, at least just for situations where I find like sirens or coffins or something very early before I can actually afford a big stack and go back later. You can never go to 0 if you're berserked. Could have sworn I've seen a berserk character trying to punch out the boss instead of that, but I'll take your word for it. I think I did the start okay as far as buying Thor Rages, but that didn't end up being particularly useful, because the first boss I had was Bagan, who walls himself, so I only was able to do 1 Thor Rage. Antlion boss was a freebie. Unless that's based on just the Berserk attack power glitch, where when you, if you change weapons, and then get Berserked while your turn is still up, but you'll keep the attack power of the weapon you started that turn with. Yeah, and I guess the other stuff I already talked about, as far as I probably should have just gone to Zeromus instead of fighting extra bosses looking for Cure 4. Because I had enough HP on everybody except Zoya that I should have been okay, although only having 1 Cure 3 made it a little scary, but yeah, I mean, main moral of the story, don't forget about Baron Inn.